All right, President Trump's re-election campaign released a blistering new ad over the weekend attacking Democrats for being weak on border security and illegal immigration. Watch this.
That's illegal immigrant Luis Bracamontes, charged with murdering 2 police officers. It's pure evil. President Trump is right. Build the wall. Deport criminals. Stop illegal immigration now. Democrats who stand in our way will be complicit in every murder committed by illegal immigrants. President Trump will fix our border and keep our families safe.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
The left feigning outrage as predicted, but Socialist Senator Bernie Sanders called it, quote, unbelievable, outrageous, feigning outrage. Here with reaction, Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi, author of the new book, The New American Revolution, a New York Times bestseller. RNC spokesperson Kayleigh McEnany is with us. Pam, let's look at this from the legal side. You know, I sat through a border security meeting with Rick Perry. 640 some odd thousand crimes, including murder and rape. Not all, most not, but crimes against Texans. Do we not care about American citizens? That guy said he wished he killed more. Why does the truth hurt?
Well, Sean, it's the truth. I know firsthand as a prosecutor, I've been to Mexico twice. I have met with the good attorneys general in Mexico. They are trafficking human beings across that border. Young women being raped 40 to 50 times a day across the border. That's security needed. That's why we need a wall. I've seen firsthand the drugs flowing across the Mexican border into our country, killing our citizens. That's why we need border security. Our security now is inadequate. You've been to the wall many times, or where the wall should be. You've been to the border many times. We have to have a wall to protect our country.
I've been there 12 times, and I've been in the drug warehouses, floor to ceiling, drugs being brought into our kids. Kayleigh, I know they're talking about a deal. Okay, I'm not for Washington deals, but any deal that doesn't completely fund the wall, nobody should touch. Any deal that doesn't end chain migration should never be touched. Any deal that doesn't allow merit-based immigration should never be touched, in my view.
Absolutely. And President Trump has been unmistakable that those pillars must be in this, that the wall must be fully funded. And Chuck Schumer has the audacity to say that he offered Trump the full funding of the wall in his negotiations. Not true, that he didn't offer him that at all. He offered him a minute portion of this. But we need the wall, Sean. I've seen firsthand. I've sat across from a mother who cried her eyes out to me, Sabine Durden, at the loss of her only son, Dominic, because that illegal immigrant crossed the border twice. Kate Steinle would be here today if that wall was here. Her illegal immigrant that killed her.
I've interviewed these moms. I've interviewed, they lost their kids.
Yes.
And Kate Steinle is just one case in point. And that's the point, Pam.
And Sean, this isn't a partisan issue. This is the safety and security of our country, of our children, of the drug crisis in this country, of the human trafficking crisis that we're facing. The president and I have talked about this many times. This is a security issue protecting Americans.
Yeah. And Kayleigh, I mean, I guess this gets to the heart of it. I think a lot of weak Republicans and rhinos like Lindsey Graham, how dare Lindsey Graham take on Stephen Miller? Stephen Miller is advocating the president's promises on the campaign trail. One of the hallmarks of this presidency, he keeps his word. He was very clear about a wall, chain migration. Recent events ought to make everybody aware of the dangers here. And Lindsey Graham attacking really the president through Stephen Miller is just another cheap shot because he's already made a backdoor deal in private conversations with Schumer and Durbin.
Right, because when you're leveling those attacks against people like Stephen Miller or Tom Cotton, you're attacking the people's agenda. This is what the American people voted on. They voted on a wall. They did not vote for lawless Democratic policies that have aided and abetted illegal immigrants crossing our border, some of whom were perpetrators in the killing of Kate Steinle and Sabine Durden's son, and liberal judicial thought that enabled guys like Kate Steinle's killer to get acquitted. It's liberal Democratic policies our party needs to be targeting and nothing outside of that.
Pam, let me go to our top story tonight. And now we have the 5 missing months of text messages between Strzok and Lisa Page. We also have now implicated in this. We know that Comey, Strzok, and Page, we believe McCabe, all knew the fix was in. Now Loretta Lynch is implicated. Let's use the Watergate comparison. How big is this?
Well, I think we've all said it's much, much bigger than Watergate. This is our country. These people, and you and I keep saying this, these people are currently still employed with the justice system. 3 of the worst players. What did they do with one? Moved him to HR? Really? What did they do with the other? They're letting him retire early so our tax dollars can pay his retirement.
Investigate them.
This is what. Exactly. This is when the Justice Department needs to come in. They need to investigate them. These people do not deserve retirement. They must be investigated, and they can't not. Their security clearance should have been revoked, Sean, months ago when all this came out.
All right. Thank you both for being with us tonight. You know, I've said many times back in 2007 and 8, journalism is dead. This is the biggest story in all of every single journalist and every publication and every channel's career, and they missed it. And they went with a lying narrative that they could never prove. Tommy Lahren hits the streets of West Hollywood next. Straight ahead.